Good morning, students. Let's do the word meanings of the poem Dreams. I hope you all have read the poem and understood it well, and you have written the key words that are difficult words in your notebook in good handwriting. Now let's come to the word meanings. As you have written the difficult words in your notebook, in the same way, these word meanings also should be written in your notebook. But before writing this, keep one thing in your mind, that divide the page in two parts. Draw line in the center with scale pencil, and then in one part write word and in another part write meaning. Okay? You are not to put any slash or any comma like this. Divide the page, draw line, and then write in a very good hand. While writing, you have to take care of your handwriting and the most important thing, spellings. While writing, before writing, read the word 2 times. No spelling mistake should be there. Okay? Let's start with the first word. The first word is beyond. What is the meaning of beyond? On the other side of anything. As in the poem we read that poet's fairyland is beyond the mountains. Boulder, very large rock. Boulder means very large rock. Students, as we are doing the word meanings, you can use them in sentences also. Okay? Pine. What is the meaning of pine? A tall forest tree with leaves like needles. You all know about needle? Needle is very sharp and we use needle for stitching clothes, for stitching anything, most of the time clothes. So the leaves of the pine trees are sharp like needles. Okay. Crowns. Crowns means covers the top. In this poem, crowns means covers the top. Okay. Beholder. Beholder means the person who looks, the person who sees, look at anything, see anything. Okay. Ruby is rare. Ruby is rare means, here the poet's way of saying rare rubies means very different, where the rubies that are found very rare, very rarely they are found, very less. So the rubies rare means poet's way of saying rare rubies. So if you are writing the meaning, you write only rare rubies. Okay. Castle. Castle means a large building with a fort where a king lives. A large building, a large house where the kings live. In masses. In masses means in large numbers, in great quantity, so many. What were in masses in the poem? The grapes. Purple grapes were in masses in this poem. Noble. Noble means belonging to a family of high social rank. You can say noble means gentle also. Okay. So in your notebook you can write the meaning gentle also. Noble, gentle. In place of writing this long meaning, belonging to a family of high social rank, you write down gentle. Knights. Knights means noblemen who fight for a king. Okay. In all times you see that when kings they go on war with the king, there are loads many people also. Okay. So that is called the army of the king. So they are called knights. Okay. So the noblemen who fight for a king, they are called knights. Fair. Here in this poem, the fair means beautiful. Fair means beautiful. Pass. A road through a mountain. What is the meaning of pass? A road, a way for going and coming through the mountains. Okay? You all have been to the mountains, and see on mountains the pass, the place from where we go, that is very narrow sometimes, and we fear also. Okay, so here the same pass we are discussing, pass, a road through a mountains. This way our word meanings are complete. Now let's come to the exercise of this chapter. Let's start exercise now. Choose the correct answer. As we have read the poem, so it will be very easy for us to choose the correct answers. I know you all can solve it, but we are discussing. What is beyond the mountain line? What is beyond the mountain line? The boulder, the fairyland, the beholder. So what is beyond the mountain line? The fairyland, as we have read in the poem. Dash look like glasses. What look like glasses? The water in the streams. It was very clean. So what is the answers? Rubies, grapes, streams. What is the correct answer? Streams. Streams is the correct answer. The golden castles are. Yes, along the passes, in the air, among the pine trees. The golden castles are in the air. So what is the correct answer? B part. Let's see again. The answer of first is the fairyland. The answer of second is streams. The answer of third is in the air. Clear? Now let's come to the second part. Read the poem carefully. As we have read this poem, match the words in the column A with the adjectives in column B without referring back to the poem. So we are not to look at the poem back, as you all have read the poem. So let's match these words. The first word, shoulder. Shoulder, western, students, we matched the word shoulder with western. So as we have read that, match the words in column A with the adjectives in column B. So the words that are given in column B are the adjectives. Adjectives. Let's discuss some about this. Adjectives are the describing words, the words that describes nouns or pronouns. Okay, so western, shoulder. If we are using this western and then shoulder, it means western is describing shoulder. Okay, so as I told you, you have to keep this thing on your mind only, that adjectives describes. Okay, these are the describing. It is not getting written properly. So adjectives are describing words. Okay, means what type of thing is there? Rubies. Rubies, rare. Okay, rubies rare meaning, as we have done, rare rubies only, the rubies that are found very rarely. Pine. Pine is used dark green. Yes, pine are the trees, and these are very dark, very green dark. Okay, so dark green is the adjective for pine. Ladies. Yes, how are the ladies? Beautiful. And for beautiful we have done the word fair. So ladies fair. Okay, then after grapes. What was the color of the grapes? Purple. Yes, so grapes purple. Knights. Knights were noble. Castles golden. So in this way we have completed this. You all can note down it, okay, and do in the same way in your book also. Understood? Okay. Now let's come to the question answers. Name 3 things that are between the poet and the fairyland. Yes, as in first stanza we discussed, there are 3 things that the poet discusses, and beyond that 3 things there is poet's fairyland. And what are that 3 things? Let's move back to the poem. I'll tell you how to search answers. The poet is asking the name the 3 things. Let's come to the poem and see what are that 3 things. Mountain lion, grey stone, and the dark pine. Okay, dark green pine. And this also, there are 4 things, so we have to name 3 things only. We can see this. Beyond the mountain line, the grey beyond the, we can leave this, skip this, and add these 3. First this, second this, and third one this. Grey stone, boulder, and dark green pine. So this is the answer. It is the answer. So these are the names of the 3 things between the poet's fairyland. What are compared to rubies? What things are compared to rubies? Grapes. Purple grapes are compared with rubies. Okay, fruits that they shine like rubies rare. Okay. The third question. If this poem had a third stanza, what other things would the poet have talked about? Use your imagination, write as many things as possible. So here the writer is saying that in first stanza the poet talks about the fairyland, and in the second stanza the poet talks about the fruits and the rivers in that land. If there would be third stanza also in the poem, so according to you, what the poet might have discussed in that? So our answers can be different. Every student thinks different, so our answers can be different. But still I am discussing here that the poet would have been talked about the trees, about the green trees, and the birds and animals, because if everything is rare, everything is different, then birds and animals, that should also be different. So in the third stanza the poet might have been discussed about these things. So this is the answer of third question. In this way, I think nothing is left in the exercise. Yeah. So in this way, this poem is completed. I hope you have understood it well. So you all will write the word meanings, difficult words, and question answers in your notebook. I will be sending the answer PDF of the question answers also. So do the work in your notebook in a very good hand. Okay? Don't write in bad handwriting. Take care of the spellings also. So thank you very much.